welcome to Envision. I'm Deanne Conrad with Superintendent Brian Maher. He is here to tell us a little bit about what we need to know to go back to school. Pretty simply put, Tuesday, September 6th, we'll have droves of kids coming into our classrooms.
A lot of excitement, new summer clothes, new backpacks, all sorts of things.
Absolutely.
It'll be an exciting time for everybody, for the adults as well as for the kids. That's a neat time.
Absolutely. The parents, maybe a little apprehension for those parents who are dropping off kindergartners and maybe even middle schoolers or freshmen at the high school. All of that seasonal change is just kind of difficult for parents to manage. What are some things that people need to remember? It's always good to get your kids back to a routine and those types of things before the first day of school.
Yeah, routine's really the big thing. You know, what time should I go to bed? What time do I have to get up? What time do I have to leave to get to the bus or to the school on time? Those sorts of things. But also the routine for when, especially if you have young kids, when am I going to read? When am I going to talk to my student about what they're doing in school? When are we going to have those meaningful parent conversations that means so much in the long-term life, educational life of that child? So it's another routine to get into.
I've heard you say at the dinner table, one question you always asked your children was, where do you think you're going to go to college? What do you think you're going to be when you grow up, even at that very early young age?
You're really close. What I asked was, where do you want to graduate from college?
Sure.
Because the goal was never to go to college. The goal was to graduate from college. So it's really a conversation about where do you want to go. Number one, to instill the mindset in the child of where do you want to go and what do you want to do. But also to get that inquiry from the child, get them thinking at a little deeper level than maybe kids are accustomed to thinking. Not just the simple yes or no answers, but a little deeper thought process.
Yeah, that's always a great place to start. Another thing I would do with my kids is my daughter would always say, well, how do you spell this? And I'd always say, well, what do you think? And then have her dig right in, and it might be right, it might be wrong, but at least it was a good conversation and say, okay, let's sound this out, that kind of thing. So really that engagement is important on all levels when kids are getting started.
It's incredibly important, and it's easy not to do. We get so busy. Peg and I, my wife and I, we were very busy, so it's easy not to get into that routine, but you need to get into the routine of reading, or as your child gets older, maybe it's not reading, maybe it's just the conversations, staying involved with what they're doing without becoming over-involved in their life. And that's a balance for a parent, but to know what they're doing in terms of their attendance, in terms of their responsibilities in classes, and make that part of the evening routine or the morning routine if that's what works in your family.
Right.
Either way, make sure it's part of the routine.
Right. The parent portal can help out with that. You can check up on grades, you can check up on attendance, those types of things. And so that's a good place to have a conversation starter as well.
It is.
All right, wonderful. Well, we hope you all are ready to go back to school on Tuesday, September 6th. We'll see you then. Thanks for joining us.